Space Coconut.
While hearing about dedicated servers might be good news, it doesn't change the current gaming experience we all have in Dead by Daylight. Here are the biggest issues I think we have in the game. Issues that I wish the devs would focus on and remedy for those of us who enjoy the game at its deepest level. The Hatch and Endgame. While in my experience and opinion, it seems like survivors have no problem taking their free escape if they've gotten slaughtered due to the skill of the killer or the lack of skill of their team. Unfortunately, on the killer's side, the feeling of doing very well and solidly earning a 4K only to have the last survivor escape through the hatch feels very bad. In addition, the only counter killers have to the hatch is to slug one survivor while you hunt the last one, which can't be very fun for the slugged survivor. However, many survivors have now started to DC or kill themselves on the hook to open the hatch for another survivor, robbing the killer of their earned kills. I do not believe this was the intended function of the hatch, and should be something the devs focus on sooner rather than later. Once the gates are powered, there are no gens to protect, so the killer may simply camp the final survivor, leading to some bad feels on both sides. Survivors have tools that will allow them to escape the situation very easily, especially with the borrowed time buff that will come with the Legion. The killer is at a disadvantage in this same situation and has no incentive to chase other survivors attempting a rescue. Blood Warden is designed to help with the scenario, but the hoops required to use and capitalize on the perk are far more difficult than what survivors have available. This situation has been an issue for a very long time and hasn't been addressed recently. An attempt was made to change the hatch, but was abandoned by the devs who weren't happy with how the endgame felt and went back to the drawing board. It would be nice to hear some updates or other ideas that they've been working on for taking care of this situation. Camping. I can understand how camping early in the game can be frustrating for survivors. The devs have been trying their hardest to create mechanics that discourage camping or enable survivors to rescue in that situation, like rotating hooks, borrowed time, and hit immunity during an unhook. Unfortunately, by applying small changes to directly address camping, they don't actually take care of the problem. The biggest problem with this issue is that it's tied to the main objective for killers: to sacrifice survivors. Giving survivors tools to prevent camping has not solved the problem. Instead, maybe the developers should focus on giving killers a purpose not to camp other than punishing them through loss of progress in a poor ranking system. As a killer main, the times I've camped recently have been to secure a Jake kill with Leatherface to get his face, and when all the gates have been powered with 0 to 1 survivors sacrificed. There isn't much the game can do to help with this first situation, but the most common situation is the second anyway. An experienced killer knows that once the gates are powered, they will be open almost immediately afterwards on most maps. If the killer allows a rescue, that survivor will most likely escape due to all of the perks survivors have and body blocking by the rest of the team. There are many ideas floating around, but I think it's important for the devs to focus on the critical decision that survivors have in that situation: rescue or escape. Create a reason for killers to leave the hook for the other survivors at every point during the match. If killers have a reason to leave that aids in their main goal of sacrificing, this will ease the occurrence of camping. Who knows? But something more than just superficial changes need to happen. A sense of accomplishment and ranking. I know that when I successfully sacrifice 3 to 4 survivors after a hard fight, I feel quite good. If I steamroll an inexperienced team, it's not nearly as exciting. Adjusting the ranking system to accurately place people according to their skill level will create a more rewarding experience in a win, and less chances to run into lesser skilled players that lessen the gameplay experience for everyone. This will also open up the opportunity to reward players at higher ranks for achieving these more difficult and challenging matchups to keep them playing. Adjusting the ranking system so it better reflects skill would also make balancing the various killers much simpler in that regard. They could effectively be balanced for various ranks or tiers of play, but that would hopefully open up the devs' eyes to the fact that the killers should all be balanced to be effective at all ranks in their own right. This change should also bring to consideration placing each individual killer to be ranked on their own, rather than having a player's killer rank be tied to every killer. Some players are better with other killers, and it's immensely frustrating to try and learn a new killer against a team of higher skilled survivors. This is especially true after the ranking adjustment that limits the rank reset to rank 10 for people who are at rank 1. Second chances. For both sides, we have perks that compensate for a lack of skill and are abused by higher skilled players for an advantage that may not have been intended. No-Id, Decisive Strike, Borrowed Time, Unbreakable, and Deliverance are all the perks that come to mind. For me, these mechanics create increasingly frustrating situations that need to be fought through. Coat famously went against skilled players that made a fraction of these frustrations apparent, and then flashlights were adjusted soon after. While some of these things might be necessary for lesser skilled players, when used by others they can be too powerful, and their balance for each group of people should be taken into consideration, which leads us directly to balance. Many of the systems in place are intertwined with one another. Adjusting one thing will affect another. Creating a new mechanic and applying it to an established perk will create problems if it's not thought through or tested at all ranges of skilled play. The devs need to firmly define what they want Dead by Daylight to be balanced around, and do so. Balancing around fun or a 2-kill 2-escape ratio is naive and short-sighted. Whatever they decide to do, this is a problem that needs to be addressed if they really do want the game to last 5 more years. Additionally, just adding more and more perks to cover glaring issues rather than fixing the core problems will only create more problems to be fixed. Of course, this is only my opinion. I'm sure there are other things people are more concerned about, but I like clearing the air about things that concern me. The more we talk about the issues, the better chances we have that the devs will actually do something that will better the game for everyone. All we can do is wait and see. They will either change things for the better, or something better will come along in the meantime. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Like, dislike, or share this video, and maybe we'll start to see some good changes that come to Dead by Daylight. In the meantime, I'll see you in the fog. Okay. Ah. Okay. Where are you going? Did I seriously? Oh, there you are. Well, he has his decisive still, so we have to go take care of that. Or not take care of it. Yep, keep working on it, buddy.
This is where coulrophobia would come in handy. Wonder if we'll make that. Oh, she went back to it. Come on. I'll be able to... Oh, there was a hatch. Okay, cool. I almost had that. Torment Creek. And guess who has a daily for the hag? It's so nice when you get a daily for a killer you're actually good at. It's very nice. Oh, we have 2 streamers. Oh, you saw me coming out. Poke you. You never know. Sup? and things here. That's sad. You're in trouble, buddy. Let's see. She would run out this one. At least I would. I might have too many traps here, though. But we do know that somebody is there. We're going to go ahead and put this one back. I'm going to run this way for me. Oh. Where'd you go? Oh, you kept going. Well, she's leading me off. There's probably somebody here. Man, I'm good. Go ahead and give that streamer a chance to get out. Because I am kind. I do hope they know I let them out, right? She went that way. Scratch marks. Continuing on. Coulrophobia. We'll chase you this way. Now the question is, where did you... Oh, Cholera again. No traps though.
Better hurry. Coulrophobia. I got stuck on the hook. Okay. I don't want you, because we want to be nice. I don't have enough traps set up, so we need to fix that. Should set it here, though. Then we're going to go on a long chase, because she's going to be smart, right? And run away from this area. Nuts. Ooh. To the basement. There you go, you finally got it. So I need to set more traps in the area. Go ahead and break this. Get one outside the window. That was a failed heal, right? Should get one inside the shack, regardless of people. Especially because it's almost done. You're dead. That was nice. Half of the daily is done. Jungle gym also. Outside the window, I think. Just in case. One's broken. I heard you breathing. You're gonna keep going, right? Ah! I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Ah. Oh, okay. Coulrophobia. Let's get this. Where are you? Goodbye. Nope. Coulrophobia. Balanced. Yep, I'm coming for you. What you gonna do? daily is done with 2, well, 1 at least, extra. The survivors are always so spiteful. Thank you for helping with my daily. But yes, Buff Legion